But I was going to ask you this, Andrew. What are your thoughts? Because I really want to get your take on this. What are your thoughts on all these like OnlyFans women that are like converting and saying they found God? They're turning to the church. Like, I'm sure a lot of them might be genuine about it, but
people ask me often, do you and your wife debate? Do me and Rachel debate? We don't really very much. We debated on this issue.
She's more anti-feminist than you are.
Unless it's about the moon.
Rachel is, she's twice as brutal and she's more based than me. That's just the truth, right? She is. She's awesome.
Hardcore against feminism.
And the thing is we debated back and forth on this issue. Like, what is it? And we both kind of settled on, it's about control. More than anything, it's about control. Let me explain what I mean by this.
Yeah, please.
When it's the case that you're a 21-year-old girl in this society and you go on Instagram and you post a little nudie of yourself or a bra pic or something like that, instant validation, man. 20,000 likes. Girl, you're so beautiful. You're so gorgeous. You're the best. You're the this, you're the that. But just like with podcasting or other events of fame, it's scalable. So if you're a man who's making $20 million a year and you go down to $1 million a year, you think you're a failure. You think you're a failure. You're failing, right? Even though you're wildly successful, right? But you think you're failing. And the same thing, your live chat starts to decrease, things like this. Even though you had 50,000 and now it's 15,000, which is still massive, you feel like you're a failure. Women have the same exact thing when it comes to validation from men.
To garner attention from the opposite gender.
Garner attention. Yeah. So they go, oh man, 20,000 went to 10,000. I'm a failure. I'm failing. I don't have the instant validation button anymore. And now we fast forward to when they can go to church and have control for what? Instant validation. Instant validation. And so what happens when Nala Ray converts and posts that to Instagram? What happens to the validation?
It's a new form. It's a new toy.
Oh my God. It's 100-fold what she was getting, right? That's what I think it's about, is control, and not necessarily just the control over the men in the church, but control over that idea of validation, the control over the idea that, wait, I can't get this dopamine. I can't get the validation like I used to anymore. But this conversion, man, like look at Nala's progression. Anytime she's people forget about her, somehow she pops right the fuck back up, right? Talking about how whatever podcast abused her, right? And Smokey Man Bad. Suddenly it's a million. Oh, girl, I can't believe it. Well, it's a validation machine.
Brittany Renner did it with Islam. I've seen plenty of girls do it with Christianity, like these religions that want to save people.
To Brittany Renner, man. The last time I saw her, she was in like some hijab.
But am I wrong?
Time she looks like Jackie Brown with.
and I wanted to get your take on this because, like, obviously someone who's like an Orthodox Christian and actually like practices and understand there's a real barrier to entry. Like, I was like, well, I want to get Andrew's take on this because I've seen a lot of girls either do it with Christianity, like I'm converted, I found Jesus, or even some girls like
if
I found
Islam. The case really that
they
were converting because they had made a mess of their life and they were sorry about it, you'd never hear from them again.
There you go.
That's a good point.
Yeah, you would never hear from them again. That's what they would do, or you would hear one last thing. You would just hear, "I'm really sorry," and in humility and repentance, right? I'm going to go take some time with the church and my church fathers to get my shit together. And maybe they come back in 5 years. Great. And then you get the welcome, right? Then you get the wow, but you don't go, well, I went and got baptized at heresychurch.com, right? And now I'm going to tell you how to be the right kind of Christian. Fuck you, right? That's what I told her. I'm not going to take advice from a woman who's had 50 dicks in her mouth. You're out of your mind. And what man would?
And what kind of was she? Was it non-denominational or
non-denominational? And she started her own ministry immediately, which was exactly what I said would happen. Stephen Crowder did a whole expose on it. She started.
Women could be ministers?
No, but she started an online ministry.
It sounds profitable.
Where she called herself. She calls herself on the online.
That's why I asked Andrew on this.
Have you seen the website?
No, I haven't.
Oh yeah, she called herself.
She's got about 50 courses. I'm not even joking. How to stop doing porn. How to be a good steward of your wealth for God, and all these sorts of things. Just course.
Just cash it in on another way.
And it's all. But here's the thing: all of that promotion that she did led to the selling of those ministry courses with her and her husband. And she calls herself a minister. She calls herself the ministry of. And so the thing is like the whole thing. And by the way, I called this before anybody.
Oh, you
right?
Okay.
Called this that she was a minister before. I said, "You're going to do a ministry. I can see it." You know, no, I'm not a minister. I'm not. And yes, she was. She was setting the whole thing up. And so the thing that's really funny about it is like I gave her a lot of grace, like I do everybody. You know what I mean? Maybe she's authentic. And I told people back off until we see what she does. I was on a panel with you where I said it. I said, look, you know, I'm not going to say anything about this yet. I see Pearl's going hard. A lot of people are going hard. I'm going to welcome her into the fold until she shows me reason not to. And she instantly showed me reason not to. But for her, the validation, like with many of these women, the validation is they go to Twitter, Christian Twitter. I'm a Christian now, girl. And then the simps. There's as many simps as you could ever imagine. Yeah. The low tier Christos simps, right? The virtue signal simps. You're beautiful. You're regenerated in Jesus.
And they're all
by the way,
like,
you want to fuck? You want to fuck?
Yeah, they're all
You're regenerated
like
in Jesus. You know,
Chad,
it's,
and they got an AI
crazy.
photo and shit.
Oh
man. So this is something I've heard you talk about this before.
Because I've seen so many of them do it. The chick, real before you go, the girl that took the 50 million from Shannon Sharp, she gets on off OnlyFans, saying I'm retiring, and the next day she puts a story of her reading the Bible, and I'm like, bro, here we go. Sam Frank, same thing. Brittany Renner, Islam. This girl Nala Ray, Christianity. I'm like, what is this like? Some kind of?
But I'll tell you the big test, and this is what I wish we could do collectively. I wish that I could get a message out to like every Christian who even self-identifies as a Christian to just say, look, for 16 weeks, you don't respond to any of these women's social media posts at all. I think almost all of them would be back doing OnlyFans.
It's happened a few times to the ones that you've debated, where they've tried to start do the Christian thing, and then a few months later it doesn't work out. They're getting 100 views on their reels that they're
and they go
posting
right
about
back.
Bible studies, and then next minute they're like they're on the OnlyFans, but they're still a Christian, but they're saying I'm an empowered.
Yeah, I think
Christian.
I think where the difference is like as men. We get our validation from, like you actually talked about this in a marriage. There was status associated with
massive status for men.
So I have a wife who is loyal to me, and then I have kids, and I own a home, and I've worked really hard, and that's where we get our validation.